go on, but here we go. We are on attack, obviously, and so we're going to start with positioning a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about it. Spoiler alert, this is not where you want to be. So for D.Va, you pretty much have two different roles, two different modes you can be in. First is when you're main tank, and next is if you're off tank. So if you're main tank, that means you don't have a Reinhardt, you don't have some sort of big, beefy guy standing on the cart. Now, if we were to look at the team composition that Scruff had, well, he didn't look at it because he didn't press the scoreboard to check his team, but I will tell you from looking at the game that they didn't have a Reinhardt. They had a Zarya. Now, Zarya is not really that great as a main tank because she only has a limited amount of time on her shield, meaning that Scruff, as the D.Va player, should have been acting as the main tank, which is basically being the cart pusher. You push the cart, you stand up front. Pretty obvious positioning, really. You just stand up here, you block the important, dangerous stuff with your shield, and you mostly hide behind it. Sort of the classic way you think of playing D.Va. And then your Zarya stands kind of around, and she puts on shields, and everything's good. Main thing is you just want to keep pressure on the cart. You want to keep pushing up the cart. The second place we can be with D.Va is in more of a side area. This is if we were an off tank. Now, I don't recommend this for the game that Scruff was playing, but if you already have a Reinhardt, something like that, playing on the side here is quite good, but you want to be close enough to still be able to project your barrier, because remember, your barrier projects forward. So if I do this, I'm actually projecting all the way up to about here, my projectile block. Another area would be right here, would be close enough to do it as well. Remember, Scruff was all the way up here, so this is way too far for his team. But if we're up here, we will do that, block again the important damage, and then be sort of an initiator. We can come around here and knock people towards our team and, you know, start the fight, all that good stuff. Our hero Scruff, however, chose to be over here on the side, and we're going to see that he has a bunch of grief happen to him because of it. He takes some damage. He has to burn his entire shield bar. He burns the rest of it as well. And now we're no real further than we started. We're 200 health fed to the enemy for their ultimate, and we have no more shield left. Also, because, oh, there we go, we finally, well, I don't know what the button is for the controller, but it's tab, obviously, on the keyboard. Finally, we look at our team composition. So, better late than never, but I've talked about this in other VODs as well. Press the scoreboard. Just look at your team. Depending on what your team is, depends a lot on how you play your hero. But we're going to see, because Scruff isn't really putting any pressure on the card, he's not going up there, he's not standing on it. First he just took a ton of damage, but also his team isn't really doing anything. We're just sitting here not doing much. Finally though, we go in, we step on the card for a bit, and we're going to sit here. We're going to sit on the card, actually push it forward. This is going to pressure the other team, allow our team to come up, have some confidence to do stuff, and so our team gets a nice pick off. That's cool. A couple people dead on the other team, so this is looking great for us on the offense. And now you see, in this forward position, we're standing up here, we're being courageous, good things are happening. And this is looking really good for the offense. Now we get a little intimate with this wall. There we go, we finally get around it though, so that's good. Our Zarya winds up suiciding, unfortunately. The Reinhardt almost goes down, wastes his ultimate, which is good for us, but unfortunately a lot of our teammates won.
of the match.